Just a quick note before I actually get into my speech. It's really windy outside. So if you hear howling in the background, that's what that is. So I've always believed that the best place to go on vacation is Disney World. I'm just one of those people who enjoys the atmosphere, the family-oriented space, and just I just think it's magical, which it is. But most people worry about people most worry about when they go to Disney is missing out on stuff. Like there's so much to do, and also how much it costs. Disney is very expensive. There's no getting around that. But the way that I think the best way to do Disney is to go for one day and to go to one park. And the park that I think is the best is Hollywood Studios. So I'm going to explain how to do Disney in one day and why Hollywood Studios is the best way to go. So first, I'm going to talk about the expenses. So a one day, one park ticket to Disney costs $102 for adults and $96 for kids, which is not bad. That's less than going to Michigan's Adventure for one day. So that's the best way to go. They also have park hoppers, which is $160 a day, where you can go for one day, but like go to all the park. Like you don't have to pay extra to go to the parks. I don't think it's worth it because travel time in between parks is terrible. It's so bad. You have to either like wait for a bus or wait for room on or call a taxi or stuff like that, and the buses are really slow. So I don't think it's worth it because then you just do a couple of things in the parks and then travel for a couple of hours and then do a couple of things in the parks and travel. It's really not worth it. So going for one day to one park is the best way to go. And also, when you only go for one day, you don't have to stay in the resorts, which is another small fortune on top of paying for the park tickets. So you can go to Disney, just go for the day, have your magical experience, and then leave. And it's not terribly expensive. Um, so when you get to Disney, the first thing you usually think about is food. So the food in Disney is actually really good. Most people are like, oh, park food, like hot dogs, chicken nuggets, all those things that you're like, ugh, I really don't wanna, I don't wanna eat that. Like, but in Disney they have lots of options. There's comfort food, there's salads and sandwiches, there's vegan options, like healthy stuff that people look for. And if you have special dietary needs, they will accommodate you without any trouble. Excuse me. So food in Disney is really not terrible. The price is a little high just because it is Disney and they can afford to charge you for $7 a sandwich and stuff like that. It is a little pricey, but it's really good quality. They don't have any bad or awful food options, in my opinion. Some of my favorite places to go actually are the 50s Primetime Cafe, which is like comfort food and you're sitting in your mom's kitchen. It's really nice. Or write it down, ABC Commissary, which is like burgers and fries and all those, but like good burgers and fries, not like cheap stuff. It's good. So those are the places that I like to go, and I've been and are themed and are really nice atmosphere and stuff like that. And the other things that people like to do when they go to parks are the rides and the attractions, and Disney is known for being really good at that and having good theming and being exhilarating and stuff like that. And why Hollywood Studios I think is the best is because they're themed to movies. Everybody likes movies. And some of my favorite ride actually is Rock and Roller Coaster, which is the super fast roller coaster in the dark. It's themed to Aerosmith. It's got rock music playing in the background. It's awesome. I highly recommend. Everyone should ride that ride at some point in their life. And they also have stuff like the classic Tower of Terror, which is the thrill ride. Some of the shows I like are the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which is like the behind the scenes of how they make movies and all the stunt doubles and the pyrotechnics and how that works and how they make sure everyone's really safe and how they make the stunt doubles look like the actors. And it's themed to Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones is a really good movie. So that's one of the great not rides, shows. And also they have Fantasmic, which is the night show, which is my favorite. The they have the cool projection of the pictures in the water, and they light the water on fire, and the fireworks are really nice, and the actors are amazing. So I highly recommend that for anybody who's going to Hollywood Studios. And also not just those attractions, but in Hollywood Studios, something that's unique to Hollywood Studios is they have actors on the streets. So you can walk down Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset Boulevard, and there'll be a little play going on, or they'll have Streetmosphere characters just acting out a funny scene, and you don't have to wait in line for it. You can stand there and enjoy a short little performance, and you don't even have to wait in line. And it's really good for the atmosphere. It really feels like that you're walking down Hollywood Boulevard in California, which is what it's supposed to feel like. And also, they added the Star Wars land, which I haven't actually personally been there yet, but I hear that it's incredible. There's good food. There's the rides are amazing. I hit the Smuggler's Run is like a giant video game. Like you get to control the Millennium Falcon, and it's a good time. And that's unique to Hollywood Studios. It's Disney, but it's like behind the scenes Disney. It's not like princesses and all the stuff that people like look for, like the kid stuff of Disney. It's like the adult version of Disney. It's the behind the scenes stuff and the stuff that people are really interested in, and that's why I like it. And I highly recommend that y'all try Hollywood Studios if you go to Disney.